Hi there, I'm Andrew. Welcome to Urban Rider for another look at some of the world's finest riding gear. Today we're going to be showing you the Ashley Watson Hockliffe riding shirt. So the riding shirt segment has really grown very quickly in the last few seasons, with a lot of urban riders choosing to go for something that resembles your regular outerwear, but in a package that contains a lot of the armour and protective features you'd find from a motorcycle jacket. The Hockliffe is an item that was released actually in 2018 towards the end of the year, but because it was sort of out of season, it wasn't something we really shouted about, and we really do think this is a great item and worthy of your attention. So we're going to shine the spotlight on it and tell you a bit about who the brand is and what this jacket does. So Ashley Watson, that's the name of the designer. He's a young London-based designer, and he's got a real passion for what he does, spending an awful lot of time really putting his garments through testing before releasing them. So the price is £250 inclusive of VAT here in the UK. Before we go too far into the features, the fit is true to the size guide we have on urbanrider.co.uk, but do take a look at it. It's a little bit different to your normal jacket or overshirt sizing, so it's a bit more generous. So I have a 41-inch chest. According to our size guide, the medium is a 40 and a 41. And as you can see on me, it is nicely fitted. You can also just notice there, the sleeves are quite generous. I have quite a long torso and don't ever have a problem with sleeves being too long. But here you can see the sleeves are quite generous even on me. So if you're somebody with shorter arms, then this may not be the garment for you unless you're prepared to simply fold back the bottom of the cuffs to get this jacket to fit right. So these are in stock and available now. We have 4 colours. Here we have the olive, we have a navy, we have a charcoal, we have a stone colour. All look really wonderful in their own right. So the garment itself is a 14.5 ounce cotton twill outer. In things like the arms down the panels that we have here, you also have Dyneema, which is a very highly abrasion resistant fabric backing up this outer layer, and that's very reassuring indeed. You also get included D3O armour in the elbows and shoulders. You also have a pocket in the back where you can optionally upgrade to a D3O back protection as well. As you can see on the front, you have the buttons forming the central access point, and you have these 2 large pockets either side on the chest area. So you have access here vertically, and the pocket actually runs the entire way down this panel, which is slightly unusual. My thinking is Ashley has done an awful lot of testing this, where he went exploring around Portugal and Spain and so on and so forth. And I think the idea is this is a really useful thing to have if you actually need access on the go. And most jackets don't really take that into account. You have pockets and you have waist pockets and zips and so on, and that's all very well. But if you need to get something whilst you're moving or without the faff of taking everything you have on off, then having something here that you could just hang open, maybe like a map, maybe something along those lines, then you can easily access it in this pocket. So the pocket itself, in terms of the access point, stops here, meaning that if you do put something in, it's not going to fall out, but it means you've got this large area here. So the buttons feature all the way down the front, and that's one thing to note. They look great, they're very sturdily made. Sometimes some people who use buttons don't do them very well, and they do feel like they have a tendency to come loose over time. That's not the case here. My preferred option, if I'm completely honest, is having something with the appearance of a button that actually has a popper on the back of it. It's just quicker, but that's not the case here. It takes maybe 15 seconds to do up or to take off. So it's just a little bit more faff there. That's my only small gripe about this. Behind that, you have this aqua zip. So the jacket or garment itself is not waterproof, but the idea of this is it serves, or because it's waterproof, as a wind stopper to prevent too much air from getting through there. So, you know, if you're going along at speed, the zip itself is not going to be somewhere that air comes rushing through. As you open that zip up, you'll notice on the inside you do not have any storage pockets. We've had a few reviews of the garment on our website. The comments have been that the fit is fantastic, fits really, really nicely. One person has said they would have liked an internal pocket. So if that's a really big feature for you, then maybe bear that in mind, but personally it doesn't bother me in the slightest. And one thing you'll see here on this right inside area, you've got this little piece of fabric. So this comes included on the jacket, and you simply take it off the button point here. And across the collar section, if you wanted to have this collar up, you will notice you have a button on either side of the collar, and then you can simply link that across with this to create a seamless point to have the collar raised if you want to keep the elements out a little bit more. It's a little bit gimmicky, it's not going to make a massive difference, but it is a nice little touch. It's actually Ashley Watson's kind of signature feature on a lot of their jackets. Don't lose it, do put it back in, it would be quite easy to do that. So as I said, in stock and available now. Do let us know what you guys think. Of course, as always, we really value your comments and feedback. Stay tuned for more video reviews of the world's finest riding gear. We're going to be doing more on riding jackets like these, in particular in the riding shirts section of our clothing department. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. Goodbye.